the Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Friday. Unfortunately, it's my wife's pick. I see barbecue in the future. It's morning Spark time. The app is still acting funny. I do have my, I did accept the first pop-up. It's shopping $28.34 for 7 miles, but it's going to take 55 minutes. So quite a few items. But I can't start the trip. It's got the exact same thing about the pickup. We're not ready for the pickup. Well, it says you're not ready to start shopping. Well, hell, So I can't, once I get there, I can't start to get a preview of get a head start on the preview of the shopping. Nothing. So I don't know. So anyway, once again, hardly a cloud in the sky. It's as you can see from the video, it's a lot lighter than in the previous videos. I found one thing recently. As it gets warmer, the bugs come out. Windshield's getting blasted by bugs. Of course, when it gets in springtime, summertime, that kind of real problem, especially because I'm constantly on the interstate. And so, gonna have a bug problem again. So, anyway, let's get to Walmart. Hopefully I can get the preview here started. So, and this is the incentive. It was part of the incentive, so this is my last. I think this is my last one I need to get an extra $15. So, go to Walmart, do some shopping, and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Another pleasant surprise. I have a brand new repeat Walmart Spark customer. Yeah, the last time I was out here was during Christmas. And they had their Christmas decorations. Now they got Easter. And I think they have little dachshunds because they had a little Happy Easter with 2 little dachshunds in rabbit ears. And they have their house number and the shape cut out with a dachshund cutout with the number on it. I think they got little wiener dogs. just a guess. Oh, I stopped this time. Last time I came down this road, I totally missed the stop sign. So don't tell anyone. So anyway, let's see if we can get back to Walmart. It's 6:45. Might be able to get another shopping. Don't know. So anyway, that was pretty good. But I think I got the incentive. Let's check here. Yep, got it. So cool. So that's an extra $15. Yeah, $15, $15, that's free money. People, I've had some people say, don't chase incentives. You're just being led by the nose. Well, if I'm doing the job, doing the trips, or if it doesn't take much to do the trips, why not, Especially when I was doing that, shooting for that $80 incentive. Heck, $80. That's almost one whole day's of Spark. So don't ever put down free money. Hell, if I find loose change on the ground, I pick it up. Doesn't matter if it's heads up, heads down. Found a couple quarters one time. So yeah, it adds up. So anyway, so let's drive by. Unfortunately, I'm getting ready to run through the gauntlet, but I'm not door dashing. So let's go ahead and head towards Walmart, see if we can get something. If not, head home and wait. And then don't get anything, then we'll get ready to DoorDash this afternoon. I'm hoping that after this afternoon DoorDash, I'll have enough. I hope that it clears out that major issue that I got. That's taking 5 points away from me. So, because I really need those back. That really helped me with declining the bad orders and still maintain platinum. Unfortunately for guys, people complain, well, we shouldn't worry about tier. Well, in my zone, it matters. My zone, I average about one offer every 15 minutes. Think about that. And if I can do whatever I can to get the best offers I can, if maintaining platinum helps that, or maintaining a high AR helps that, by all means. But, some people are in zones that if they're getting offers every second that, after they finish the job, they get another offer pop up. Yeah, you can be picky, and you can be whatever tier you want to be in, and get orders. Like I said, depends on the zone you're in. And unfortunately for me, population of 13,000 and 100 square mile zone for DoorDash, pickings are slim. And I've seen the argument, why don't you go to another zone? Well, other than Spark, where I go, travel to another zone, that's because I have my parents' house that I take care of. Why should I spend an hour and a half each day just traveling to get to another zone to hopefully get better offers than the one I'm getting now? It's a crapshoot. So I'd rather stay in my area, and if I need be, I can stop by my house if I need to, do a pit stop or something like that. But that's why that's why I stayed in this area. So anyway, enough of the soapbox. Let's head to Walmart and see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I got me another shopping. It's small, $15 for 3 miles, but it's only 4 items. It's take about 25 minutes, so I took it. Very rare to get a second shopping, and it's not too bad. So let's hit the Walmart, do some shopping, and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that order to a place I've been to many times as a DoorDasher. Apartment complex. Unfortunately, when I saw the number, I said, oh, crud. It's the top floor. I have many repeat customers, but I don't think I've ever delivered to this person before. I could tell, it was probably a young mother, water for a baby and a couple of hamburger buns, spicy dumplings, and oatmeal creamer. Was the 4 items. But as soon as I got there, and the person who run, and I understand why they did it, is do not go left, do not go past, do not go. That's because the app sending it to Google Maps is sending you to the other side of the apartment complex. But knowing about the DoorDash, I knew exactly where it is. And she said, go to building, this building, that. So I knew exactly. So yeah, Spark app's not doing it correctly. So anyway, it's not too bad. So, second shopping, very rare, very rare. So let's go head back towards Walmart, see if I get another one. If not, sit at home until 9 o'clock, and then have an early lunch, and we'll do DoorDash. So let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Welcome back. Did those 2 shoppings for Spark this morning. Didn't get anything else. In fact, didn't get any notification of anything. So let's go ahead and we're going to start dashing. I'm hoping today that I get enough deliveries to wipe out that major issue. So let's go ahead and start the dash. like I said, the new changes again I don't like. So anyway, so we're going to hit the Cracker Barrel and see if we can get something started here. So see you in a little bit. Well, I got a very small Milo's hamburger order, a little over $3 for over 4 miles. I'm trying to get some trips in to see if I can get enough to hurry up and get the removal.
At the next light, turn right.
Of those that major issue, so I can get my 5 points back. This is just very first order. Hopefully we get start the process and get DoorDash recognized. Yeah, I'm up and running. So we'll see what happens. Not too far, and let's hit the Milos. See you in a little bit. Well, that small little Milo's delivery was to a repeat customer. I don't know if y'all remember, there's a gentleman, in fact, this is like the third or fourth time I delivered to him. But every time I delivered before, it was always a Burger King order. And the last time I delivered him, I told him he had to wear the crown, which he did. So talked to him this time. I said, man, I thought you always got Burger King. Man, I think I'm Burger King out. So yeah, so I guess he's on a Milo's kick. So anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'm heading back this way. I'm going to hit the southern end of the gauntlet and see if we can pick up an order that way. So let's head to the gauntlet, and then from there head to the base. See if we get an order. So see you in a little bit. Yeah, I get strange orders. All right, even though I took that Milo's, but then I had another order come up. It was I think it was Zaxby's. Let me see here. Yeah, Zaxby's for $5 for 12 miles, or yeah, $5.30 for 11.3 miles. And I didn't take that one. And then right after that, I took it as Bojangles order, basically going back out to the same place, but out to Lincoln. But it's $14.45 for 14 miles, so just over the mileage. So I took that. So if they're forcing me to go out, I need to be paid more. Yeah, remember, all of the restaurants are located here. So on my trip back, I've got to come back here anyway in order to pick up another order. So at least pay me enough to go out. I'm forced to come back anyway to pick up another order. So, so let's head to Bojangles. It's been a long time since I haven't been to Bojangles in a while. Usually it's been breakfast, but I don't do breakfast anymore. So anyway, on the Bojangles and the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that Bojangles. I'm out here in Lincoln. Yeah, the app wanted me to go the back way, and it would only give me 2 minutes leeway. No, I went to interstate, and I gained 3 minutes that way. So yeah, work my way back to interstate and head back to base. See if we can pick up something. So, see you in a little bit. I've got something I've never seen before. And I don't know if it's new or not. Excuse me. I'm going to Dollar General. Not for shopping, not for pickup. I've been asked to take pictures of the shelves. I guess they're trying to get something going here. So yeah, they're going to pay me I think $9 or something like that to go take pictures. And it's to Dollar General I've been to many times. So yeah, it's scan shelves in stores. So let's see how this works. See you in a little bit. That was weird. I scanned about 6 sets of shelves. It was like a game. You have to collect coins. What it is scanning for all the barcodes of all the tags. So you stand in front of the shelf, for example, and you'll see all these yellow dots show up, and they're highlighting right over they're highlighting a barcode scan. Basically the price tags. And then you're supposed to get close enough so the picture that you're taking, the software can, scan. And then it collects the coin as a coin, and you collect the coins, keeps going. But you got to take the picture of the top and then the bottom. You got to get close, a little bit close too, so you have a clear picture. And it took about 20 minutes to do all of them. $9. And I'm still on my way to base. So that was totally new. If you're a DoorDasher, please leave in a comment that you have done this. And if so, is it for Dollar General or have you done it for another store? So anyway, so let's continue to base and see if we can get another offer. So see you in a little bit. Just as I stopped at Cracker Barrel, picked up a small Subway order. The Subway in the Walmart, which is right across the street. So as soon as this lady who seems to be concentrating on her phone finally moves, I can get there. So, all right, on the Subway and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Yeah, so I'm here with DoorDash. There's a dog that tried to attack me. I'm not coming out.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to have to come and get it. I'm not going there. You're not going to believe this. I got attacked by another dog. Didn't get bit, but the dog lunged at me. I got it recorded. I got back in the car. And I called the guy. And I chastised him. I said, look, well, did she bit you? Well, she never bit. Well, I don't care. I don't know the dog. And and I said, if you're going to have, if she's a problem, I'm going to call DoorDash, and then you're not going to be able to do DoorDash anymore. If you want food delivered to your place, you need to pin up your dog. Yeah, that dog did the exact same thing as that other dog, but this one was more aggressive. So I got back in the car, and all he did, he opened the door, looked out, yelled at her, and she went back, and he went back inside. So I called him, and so I called him and says, "Get your ass out here. I'm not going in there." So looks like I'm gonna have to make another call to DoorDash. So I got another customer with with aggressive dogs. So
Anyway, I said, not doing, that one put a scare, but when that dog immediately came out there, that put a scare in me, and I got back in the car. So I'm sorry if you got aggressive dog. And see, I'm out here in a rural area. Everybody's got dogs, But if you're too lazy to get your, go get your food and you want everything, you gotta pin your dogs up. So, yeah, I'm not taking that crap anymore. So, anyway, let me go back. First, I'm going to end the dash. I'm going to call DoorDash. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just reported that customer. I'm going to be honest, he pissed me off. He said, oh, okay. Well, did she bite you? No. Okay. Just like he didn't care. I said, well, you're going to care when you can't do DoorDash anymore or order from DoorDash. I have that. That burns me. So, give me one. So I took the risk. Since that dog come over here, I was coming around what happened, I was coming around the corner to get to the passenger side where I keep the food. Dog went, so okay, I'm going back in. And the dog came around and chased me, confronted me on the driver's side. I got in, and he just, so, God, darn. So, yeah, as soon as I hear dogs, I said that what I did the first time was foolish. This time I wasn't taking a chance. He said, well, she hasn't bitten anyone. There's always a first time when a dog's aggressive. So anyway, sitting here in the Cracker Barrel parking lot. Supposedly it's a hot zone, so hopefully I'll pick up an order. See you in a little bit. Well, I've been sitting there for a little bit, about 10 minutes, and finally accepted a Chick-fil-A order for a little over $8 for a little over 8 miles, but I rejected an offer right before that. It was a Taco Bell order for $6.81 for 19.4 miles. Nah. So my acceptance rate's going down again. So anyhow, so it's on to Chick-fil-A and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, another very nice surprise. Repeat customer. I think this is the 4th or 5th time I've delivered to her. This is the place, if y'all remember, that there were 3 mailboxes, and I missed the first 2, And I think the last time I talked to her, she was in there. They're renovating the house. The house has 3 properties, three buildings, and unfortunately, they had a bathroom leak, and it flooded, most of the house. And so I asked her, have they been? They're still repairing it. And of course, they're putting up the house up for market. They said hopefully next month it'd be up for sale. But it's a big, beautiful house right on the lake. And in front, they have like a small mobile home. It's very small. And on the side, they have another house that's all wood. This one's a brick house. And I said, were these rental apartments? No, they were family, aunts and uncles and stuff like that. But they're empty now, so I assume, family members either moved away or unfortunately passed away. And so now they're trying to get the house fixed up. She's told me that the house for a while was an Airbnb house. That's nice because it's a beautiful house right on the lake. So anyhow, that was nice catching up, and, remember the conversation from the last time I was there. So, but she said, hopefully in a month it'll be up ready for market. So anyway, so hopefully to get, I'm out here, I'm heading back to the airport, and we've got construction crew here guiding me through. Going to basically head back to the Gauntlet. Man, the traffic was bad coming up here. Almost didn't make it. I had like 5 minutes for delivery by estimation. By the time I got here, I only had like a minute and a half estimation. So that's how bad the traffic was. So let's head back, and the road that I'm going to be getting on. In fact, this road right here eventually turns into the Gauntlet Road. So let's see what happens. So see you in a little bit. Well, I haven't gotten started to the Gauntlet yet, I'm just now starting the Gauntlet, and picked up a Dairy Queen. It's small, little $4, a little 3 miles. I said I'm trying to get as many trips I can in to see if I can eliminate.
Light, turn right.
So I can eliminate that major issue. It's still lingering. So on the Dairy Queen, then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that Dairy Queen to the car tag place. I told the lady I will be there Monday on my day off to renew my car tags. That's twice now I've done it at that place. So I told them last time, saying, "Oh, y'all can order food and I'll deliver it." So anyway, just as I finished delivering, I picked up a Dollar General shopping order. So that's what I'm doing. And it's just right down the street. About 4 lights down. So let's go to Dollar General and do some shopping. So see you in a little bit. Well, that Dollar General turned out to be a stacked Dollar General. As I was walking into Dollar General, another one came up. Very easy shopping. First one was just dishwashing soap and not toilet paper, paper towels. The other one just wanted some milk. So I dropped off the first one, which was the paper towels and the dishwashing soap, and it was to the house right next to B's Grill. For me, I thought it was going to be to B's Grill. Nope, it was right next, their neighbor. And then the second drop off is another repeat customer. If y'all remember, I delivered to the house the guy who has his own carpet cleaning. Well, that house, come to find it, does have 2 apartments in there. And I just noticed on the doors in the back, there's A and B. I delivered to the other person. This is the second time I delivered to her. So I knocked on, because she said the carport. Well, the carport's on the side with the white steps. And so I knocked on the door just to make sure, but then I got a message from her saying thank you. So okay, then she acknowledges that I delivered the milk at the right spot. And soon as because I always park in the back of the house. As soon as I drove by, I saw that the milk was gone. So that was good. And so just as I finished that, I picked up an underwater Little Caesars, but you know, I've got 50 minutes left in the dash, trying to get as many get these orders in here to see if by chance I can wipe out this major issue I got by getting as many orders, because it reflects.
600 feet, turn left onto Tacoma
It
Avenue.
reflects the past 100 orders, and I thought yesterday I would have had enough, but doesn't seem to be yet. So, gonna try get as many now. Of course, if it's really, really bad, I'm not taking it. I've already declined 2 or 3 already today. I mean, they were bad. $4 for 15 miles, whatever. So, anyway, all right. So let's go to Little Caesars, and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I delivered that Little Caesars pizza to an area of the town I have never been before. Tucked in the farmland is some nice houses. What it is, they're right on the lake. And the house is a little older, ranch style brick.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
But very nice. But right next to it are some other more modern houses. They're right on the lake. Very nice. But as soon as I dropped it off, I have picked up a slightly underwater, probably a little bit more of a Papa John's pizza order. But this is going to be my last dash of the day. So I said, might as well, since I've already got the pizza box out, I might as well go get another pizza. So anyway, on to Papa John's and then the customer, and then probably going to call it a day. So, all right, let's head there. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that Papa John's. It's ironic. I delivered to a place where I had my first run-in with a dog many months ago. It's this house on the left, and the blue truck is still there. Oh, and there's that dog. That dog right there. He barked at me and growled at me, and I remember it was a McDonald's. Oh, they got that kitty cat. But that dog right there, he growled at me and all that. I was still, so I put that McDonald's order not so nicely on that truck. But that, man, 2 encounters with dogs. Wow, this one I'm safer because if I revisit him, that dog's still there. But, but of course, I had that encounter earlier today. Hence the having to do 2 different dashes. So I'm going to have to combine. But yeah, like I said, I've been out in this area before, long time ago. Yeah, man, I got cobwebs all over me. So anyhow, so what a wild day. For the longest time, I've had no problems with animals. Now twice within less than a week. So I said this time I wasn't fooling around. So anyhow, I'll head back home and we'll give a summary of the day. So see you in a little bit. Well, I'm finally home. Gosh darn, I don't know what to say. This is twice within a week that I was attacked by an aggressive dog. At least it was a single dog, not a pack. But I didn't take a chance, as you'll see in the video. As soon as that dog came up, started growling in it, I said, okay. I mean, the growl on this one was more intense than the other one. So I immediately went back around. The dog chased me around the car, and I got in, and I called the customer. Customer comes out before I try to call him. Sees me there, yells at the dog, and goes back inside. Well, that already pissed me off. So I call him. He finally answers and says, look, I'm here with your son. I was attacked by your dog. I'm not coming out. You're going to have to come and get your food. So he comes in, and says, well, did she bite you? No, she was aggressive and lunged towards me. I said, well, she's never bitten. Well, he was kind of nonchalant about it, and it's no big deal. Now, I wasn't going to do anything about it, but the way his attitude towards me, I started chastising him. I said, look, you can't have, if you're going to want food deliveries and all that door, you can't have your dogs out. And he was he was nonchalant. So that's why I decided, to hell with him. I'm going to report them. So, oh man, gosh darn! I hope that's the last one. So anyway, let's go. Let's see how we did today. Let's start with the Spark. Now, Spark, I think I did. Let me see here. Yeah, I did 2 trips this morning. So, for the Spark this morning, the confirmed earnings is $30.04. And the unconfirmed tips is $14. So, it's $44 right there if I get the tips. So, it looks like... It looks like $67.11 or 18 cents. I'll put the exact total in there, but it's, it looks like just over $67. Oh yeah, I had 4 offers. Oh, that's something new. 4 offers, 3 deliveries, and 1 task, which was I took pictures for DoorDash. That's new. And dash time for the first one was 2 hours and 4 minutes, and the second half was dash time was 2 hours 10 minutes, and that was 6 offers and 6 deliveries. But I had rejected like 3 or 4 today. So with the $67 and hopefully the $44, that's another over $100 a day. So not too bad. If I can stop running into angry dogs, life would be a lot easier. So, yeah. So that's going to be it for today. Unfortunately, it's my wife's pick. I'm going to tell her that all barbecue places are closed today because of Lent or something. Of course, she ain't going to buy that. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So anyway, I'm off tomorrow, and then I'll always Spark all day Sunday. So anyway, and then we'll have the recap of the week. So that's gonna be interesting. So anyway, hope you enjoy the video. Please select like if you like it. If you enjoy what I'm doing with the channel, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. I also urge you to subscribe to the club membership, so you can see the extra content I do, plus the weekly update that I post that gives more detail of the money I made, the expenses I count, and the mileage, and I put it all in the spreadsheet and I show you the numbers. If you're interested in the equipment that I use, all the way from the bags, the straws, and the stuff that I use, check out the affiliate links for the Amazons in my kits. And also I have the clothing store. You see the clothing that I wear. I have a store that sells that. Not only that, but the t-shirts. Speaking of which, I think that is, it's starting to get warm. I remember I started this in the summer. I wore polo shirts and t-shirts. And I remember, boy, I really, t-shirt and polo shirt really wore me out. I have in my store where you can buy Dash gear and Spark gear, but as t-shirts. I think I may go ahead and get me some t-shirts, and for both Spark and Dash, and wear the t-shirts when it's really warm, so be a little bit easier on me. So anyway, well, that's it for tonight. We're going to call it a day. We'll see. I'll let you know Sunday where we wind up going. So in the meantime, we will talk to you later. So bye.